Good morning, lovely friends. Come have some coffee with me. My beautiful, beautiful cup that I love. This is actually coffee tea, which is something I've been doing. Anyway, today I would like to talk about flow versus intention. As I've been raising this energy intentionally, this Kundalini energy through me, in me, whatever it is, the question has come up. Am I supposed to allow things to flow and kind of accept whatever comes my way, be okay with all of it, and love life as it is, not having any desires, just living in the present and really kind of not having any goals or intentions, and just let life happen and enjoy it like, I don't know, I guess a monk would do. Just let it flow, be open, know that I can't control any of it and just let it come. Or am I supposed to live intentionally and have an intention for my life and goals for my life and ways that I live intentionally? And what I've discovered, I actually just had this realization yesterday. It was super profound. It's both. I was driving with my fiance to the beach where we pray. We have a spiritual practice that we do together every day, which is something that I cherish with him so much because I haven't had that with anybody else, and it's amazing to be able to connect to somebody in that way. But anyway, so we go to the beach and we pray and we meditate and kind of have time of connecting with spirit. And I was in this sort of open-eyed meditation, looking at the beach and feeling one with everything, which is something I do intentionally. Whenever I'm there, I sort of expand my consciousness and realize that the whole earth is part of me and I'm part of it, and I feel that intentionally. Intention. And I wasn't even asking the question. It just came to me. We're creators. I had a dream the night before that I was crying on the couch. This is a real incident that happened several years ago when I was with my ex-boyfriend. We got into a huge fight. He left the house and I kind of collapsed on the couch crying, and I was just thinking, and I remember thinking, I just want something to be proud of. I'm not proud of anything in my life. I feel ashamed of my life. And then, whatever happened, I remember this. I felt a relief just saying that and just being on the couch. There was like this moment of, I'm okay. And then I stopped crying and I got on with my day. I had a dream last couple of nights ago that I went back in time and to that moment where I was sitting on the couch and I put my hand on my past self who was crying on the couch, and I was listening to me, past me, say, I have nothing to be proud of, I just want to be proud of something. And I said to my past self, that's just a story. You can make it up any way you want. You can create your own heaven or your own hell. And then I woke up and I really feel, this is a story for another time, but I really feel that feeling of relief that I had in the past was me comforting me from the future in this dream. Anyway, so that was a pretty crazy and wonderful experience. And I had the dream and I thought, that's true, it is all stories and we are creators. And then I was on the beach with my fiance and I was like, oh my God, we're always creating. We are always in the process of creating. we can't help it. So if we're saying that we don't want anything, we're still creating. If I'm deciding not to have any goals, not to have any intentions, and to just live each day completely open, I'm creating openness, and I will have new experiences, and no 2 days will be the same. And if I can truly be open and not have habitual responses, not have habits that I engage in every day, and I just am always looking for new experiences, that's what I'll have, because that's my intention. And if I decide to not have any desires, I'll be much more likely to not have any desires, because that's my intention. It struck me that you can't possibly live unintentionally. You always have intentions. So why not play with that? And I do think that having goals and having intentions is wonderful. And I think that we've been given the gift of our frontal lobes, our consciousness, our beautiful big human brains. We've been given that gift to create our reality. Animals don't do it, or they don't do it in the same way that humans do it, at least. I don't know what their process is, but I know that for humans, I'm constantly in the process of creation, with my thoughts, with my feelings, with my intentions. I think that it's a balance. It's both intend and let it flow. And I think the way that you intend, or at least what feels very right for me, is to not have an attachment to specific goals. I actually do think it's very important to have specific goals and specific intentions, but then to know that there's always something better. I had a vision when I first started doing this Kundalini work that I was looking up through a huge tunnel, and there were doors everywhere. It was 360 tunnel of all doors, and each door represented a higher dimension, a higher life, higher consciousness, and a higher way of being, a higher experience of reality. And there was this giant eye in the center of the column that I kind of knew everything. I understood that this eye was like an all-seeing eye that just knew all the answers to any question you could ever ask. So I asked, what's the top? What's the highest possible consciousness that I can reach? And it said, it never ends. It just goes higher and higher. And that blew me away, because before that I was always asking, I just want to be my highest self. I just want to be, I want to have the best life. There is no best life, because it just goes on and on upward and expands, and it's infinite. So anyway, my point with that is, you can think that you're asking for the ceiling. You can think that if you ask for $4 billion, that's the ceiling of what is possible for you. But there is no ceiling. That's what I've learned in my personal experience, and my personal belief is there is no limit. It just continues to go upwards. So no matter what I ask for, no matter what my goal and my intention is, I make sure, or I discovered yesterday, how important it is to make sure that I leave room for limitlessness. So I think now, before I set any intention, I will make it clear to the divine and to my subconscious self that I surrender control to the divine and to my all-knowing mind to decide if there's something even better than what I'm asking for. So I'm asking for this thing, but if you know of something that's even better suited for me, please guide me toward that. Please deliver that to me, or set it up so that that is what my reality is. That is the balance. And the other part of it is, I think it's important to have an intention for your overall life, to have these goals that you set that speak to your heart and that are true for you. Meaning, like one of the goals for me, one of my biggest goals, is to be the best wife that I can be for my fiance. Even now, like, we're not married legally yet, but I still want to be the best woman that I can be for him. I want to be the most loving. I want to be the best partner without losing anything of myself. Number one, because I value our relationship greatly. And number two, I believe that that will only help me to be a better person. So I'm growing through the relationship. Not everybody has that goal. It's specific for me, and other people might think it's ridiculous. I know that it's authentic for me because it's something that I feel and I kind of came up with independently of what everybody else is doing around me. There are goals that I've had in the past of like becoming wealthy. I want to make this much money a year. The truth about that is I really don't give a shit at all how much money I make. I don't give a shit if I ever become wealthy. That's not genuine to me. That's what I think I should want based on what society is showing me I should want. So extremely important to me to make sure that the goals and intentions are authentic. And then leave room for the divine to play in your life, to give you something more and better than you're asking for. That's my take on it. The other thing that I would say is what I really feel is true. Above any intention that you might have. It's good to have the vision for your overall life, but way more important to be present and to be thankful for what you do have. I think it's also really important to have an intention for your day that aligns you with your long-term vision of your life. And I personally feel that what's more important than actually the goals themselves, now I have hiccups, more important than the goals, reaching the goals, is how you want to feel. So, I mean, I can have a goal of making $3 million a year, but if I'm miserable and suicidal, that's not a good goal to meet. So I'm happy in my life making $3 million a year. The happiness is more important. The other thing that I will say, somebody said it, I wish I could remember his name. I was like, God, what a brilliant thing. Ask it for it to be easy. Intend for it to be easy and to come at a perfect time, and then just leave it. And the way that you leave it and let it go. I think it's important to ask for it to be easy, by the way, because you assume things have to be hard, but they don't. When I broke up with my ex a couple of years ago, I thought that finding the right guy, the person that I wanted to be with for the rest of my life, because marriage was a goal for me, or not a goal, but an intention, something I wanted and still want. I assumed that I was going to have to date a bunch of people and that it would take a while. And then I heard this guy talk about easy, and I said, you know what? He was like, just let it be easy. Just intend for this thing to come to you easily. So it's like, okay, I'm going to see what happens if I ask for it to be easy. And I met him very quickly, almost as soon as I said that. And it was easy. And our relationship has been the easiest relationship that I've ever had. It just flows. We don't argue. We laugh our asses off. Like, it's just so easy. Easier than I ever thought a relationship could be. Ask for it to be easy. And then have the vision for your life, the big vision, but ask for the divine to intervene. If it feels that anything is better for you, let it go by being present and being grateful for what you do have already. And then have a vision for your day. Like, in other words, I want to be fit and healthy. That's a huge, huge goal for me. Huge intention. My intention for the day, my vision for the day is I'm going to do yoga, and I'm going to eat the healthiest foods available, and I'm going to drink a lot of water, or whatever it is. So that's my formula. Personally, I'm going to write it in the description below. It's what I have found works really well. It's a mashup and a mix of learning about intention and the law of attraction and the subconscious mind throughout pretty much my entire adult life. I've been obsessed with this topic. So this is the formula that I use after years of study. I also, of course, spend time visualizing. I write things down, but that's for another video. So I hope this was helpful for you, and if you want the formula, I've written it down below. It's been tremendously, miraculously helpful for me. So let me know how you do it. I would love to know how you flow and intend, how you mix those things if maybe you don't and you just flow, and how that's been for you, or you just intend and how that's been for you. I don't know. I'd love to hear your experiences, or email me, whatever you want. Like, subscribe, because I don't know, you like to give love and I like to get love and I like to give love to you, so I'll be coming out with lots more videos. All right, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.